there will be potholes along the way. Potholes are things that other people created that you have to deal with. You didn't make it that way, but you have to deal with it. That's the facts of life, graduates. We all have to deal with circumstances of life that many of us did not create on our own, but you're going to have to make it happen. And that's what many of you all have done. That's how you got to this stage today, because although many of you all may have been dealt a bad hand, you were put in circumstances that you feel that it was not your fault. You made something good out of a bad situation. Not only are there potholes along the way, but there's bends and turns along the way. Bends and turns are times when you have to slow down so you don't wreck. These aren't stops, they're just slow downs. During these moments of life when you have to slow down, don't get frustrated. Don't throw in the towel during these moments. But these moments of life are needed, just like the times when you're moving fast. Not only are there potholes and bends and turns, but there's also speed traps. These are schemes and situations that specifically are designed to stop your forward progress. And I'm sure that there's many people out there who could testify to these graduates that there are people and things in life that have been designed specifically to stop you from moving forward. But you can't stop moving. No matter how hard the task is, no matter how difficult the situation is, you have to keep moving in life. Dr. King said in a speech to students, he said, if you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you have to do, keep moving forward. That's my advice to you graduates, that you need to keep moving forward from this moment. Finally, on that trip, there was times when we were moving fast and others when we were moving slow. You know, life is not a race, life is a marathon. There's going to be times in life when you get to move fast, but other times when you get to move slow. And the problem that we have is in those moments when we're moving slow, when life has caused us to move slow, we feel like we're not making progress. Because we have our race against other people that we may know, our friends or our family. We may say to ourselves that we're not where they are at this age. But you're only running this race against yourself. You move at your pace because we all have different pace. On those trips to Quincy, Florida, when there were potholes and bends and turns, when there were times when we were moving slow and times when we were moving fast, we always made it to our destination because we followed the plan. Now back then we didn't have GPS on our phones, but we had what was called MapQuest. In MapQuest, you had to actually go on the computer and print out the directions. You would get all of these directions, and these directions would help you to understand how you were to get where you were going. And although we had to deal with all of the potholes and all of the bends and turns and all of the stop and go, we made it because no matter what came up in life, we stuck to the plan. And I want to suggest to all of you all that you make a plan for your life, that you write that plan out, and no matter what comes up, no matter what potholes you have to deal with, because you will have to deal with them. No matter what the bends and turns are, because there will be bends and turns. Doesn't matter about the moments where you move slow and others when you move fast, because that will happen in life. But stick with the plan you create for your life, and you will make it to your destination. Let me close out by saying this. Just this morning, when I was in the kitchen trying to find something to eat, I decided that I was going to make for myself, Elder Adams, some salmon patties and homemade biscuits. I got the salmon patties out, but then I realized I don't know how to make homemade biscuits. My wife wasn't home, so I couldn't ask her. So I decided I'm just going to make the store-bought biscuits. So I went in there and I pulled it out and I hit on it. And you know when you hit on the biscuits, it explodes and opens up. The biscuits open up. I took the biscuits, put them on the pan. I put them in the oven. And as I was putting them in the oven, believe it or not, graduates, the biscuits began to talk to me. I know that sounds crazy, but I'm telling you, the biscuits began to talk to me. This is what the biscuit said to me. The biscuit said to me, you know, I'm mad at you right now. I said, why are you mad at me? He said, because you hit on me. I said, yeah, that's true, I did hit on you. Not only did you hit on me, but then you put me in the fire. I said, that's true, I did put you in the fire. And the biscuit said, so I'm mad at you for hitting on me and putting me in the fire. And I said to the biscuits, it's true, I did all of that to you. But when I hit on you, didn't that release you out of that tight spot that you were in? The biscuit said, you got a good point. And I said, when I put you in the fire, didn't it cause you to rise? And the biscuit said, that's another good point. The biscuit says, you know what? I changed my mind. I'm not mad at you anymore, but I realized the stuff that you did allowed me to live out the purpose for what I was created for. And let me say to you, graduates, let me say to you all that there will be times in life when life will hit on you. It's going to hit on you with situations and circumstances. It's going to hit on you with death and trials and tribulations. There will be times when you're going to feel like you have been put in the fire of life. But whether you're hit on or put in the fire, it's only going to cause you to rise and become who God made you to be. And this is the first step to a lot of steps to getting to the place where God wants you to be.